Hey, Scroll and Sword, welcome to day number 19. We just read through John 16 through 18. We see Jesus preparing his followers for the upcoming cross. We see that the Spirit is promised, glory is revealed, and his kingship is getting challenged. And Jesus prays out loud before his arrest. It's an amazing few chapters here. If I had to put a theme on it, like I do every single day, I would say the Son who existed before everything. What Jesus prays about in John 17 is what I want to focus on. And it's not about strength, but it's about identity. He's not asking for help. He is talking about where he came from and where he is going. And God letting us hear God speak to God. I know that was a lot of gods in a row. God letting us hear God speak to God is what's going on here in John chapter 17. And when Jesus says, glorify me, he is reaching back before creation. And I know this hurts all of our heads. Like, what do you mean before creation? That's our little human brains. We can't grasp that. And I don't think we're supposed to, or at least we're not designed to. But Jesus said, glorify me with the glory I had with you before the world existed. That's what he prayed to the Father. And this is not like some poetic, memory. This is a pre-creation reality. Before anything was made, the Son already was. And John uses the word was to tell us that Jesus never began. Like, what do you mean, John? You're talking about John using a word, verb. Like, okay, here's what I mean. It's a Greek verb, the word for was, and it means continuous existence. Not something that started once upon a time, not something that came into being once upon a time, but that the word, Jesus, the Logos, was already there in the beginning when the beginning began. With God means face to face, not below or behind. I know we're kind of connecting John 1 here, but John 1 connects deeply to the Greek in John 17. And the Greek word pros means toward, intimate, equal, relational, not servant to master. The Son standing before the Father in divine fellowship. And Jesus is not just remembering glory, he is claiming it. John 17 says the Father gave the Son glory before the world ever existed. You see, this is a shared divine life, not borrowed honor. The Son always belonging inside of God, next to the Father. Jesus has been saying this about himself in this entire gospel, by the way. He said, before Abraham was, I am. I came from the Father into the world. The Son descended from heaven. Jesus never speaks like someone who began in Bethlehem. Don't you notice that? It's like, hey, where you like? He's always talking about this togetherness with the Father before the world ever began. And ultimately, this culminates, and this means that the cross is God stepping into his own creation. The one who made everything enters what he made, not just to visit, but to save what belonged to him. So John 17, as beautiful as it is, it tells us who was walking toward the cross. And it's not just a prophet like Islam would call Jesus. He's not just a prophet. He's not just a teacher. Like some people say, oh, he's just a good teacher. Learn some moral lessons from him. No, he is the eternal Son of God, the one who existed before everything now. He is giving himself to us. That's what the cross is. It's the image of God coming to earth. I've heard it said before that the cross is the biggest statement of love that the universe will ever see, because it is love personified in suffering, in sacrifice, but it's also a decision that was made before time ever existed, a decision that decided that he loves us. He loves us this much. How much? How much you love me? Is what we do. We tell kids, like, how much do you love me? How much do you love me, Dad? And I say, this much. Jesus on the cross said he loved us this much. And that's good news, my friends. Thanks for hanging with me. Love y'all. See y'all in the discussion room.